Heather thinks about software.
An article appeared recently in the Wall Street Journal about the deluge of chatbot-generated articles. It pointed out a growing issue with AI, one that doesn't grab the headlines. 10 years ago, I found an article on the internet that I found quite amusing. It was about me, kind of. Among other perplexing things, it said I was one of the best females lawyers. My favorite line was, "These girls' leaders were acknowledged for operate that is possessing a broad effect on the legal neighborhood." And this was all on a page called GRE Preparation. Now, it was pretty obvious that this article was a bad round-trip translation of a press release that my law firm had published. But at the time, I wondered why that article existed, particularly on a GRE Preparation website. Unless things have changed a lot since I applied for grad school, I don't think you need to know about top girls leaders to pass a GRE. The Wall Street Journal pointed out that Google was dealing with the issue of a growing spate of auto-generated dreck, which was created to mine clicks and game Google's ad algorithm to make money. The difference between the Females Lawyers article and today's chatbot garbage is that a lot of the new chatbot output sounds closer to real content and is harder to filter out. Some people are talking about AI destroying the world. That's not the real problem. The real problem is AI is polluting the world, and it's doing this in two ways. First, today we stand in the path of an avalanche of AI-generated junk content. The problem is not that AI is replacing journalism. The problem is that it is displacing it. As consumers of media, we need to be able to sift through the chaff. The good news is that we were already swimming in junk content, just not as big a cesspool. And the bloom was already coming off the rose for free media. As the cesspool grows, people may react to it by returning to a willingness to pay for real content again. That will benefit the most respected news sources like the Wall Street Journal and New York Times, AP, and Reuters, as well as top magazines like the New Yorker. That cream, actual human-generated investigative reporting and commentary, is rising to the top again. The new barrage of AI-generated dreck will just make it stand out more. By the way, if you are curious about my personal favorite news sources, I'll list them in the description. But AI is going to cause another, more tangible kind of pollution, and I find it odd that the media has not latched on to this yet. Remember when crypto was the latest, greatest thing? And then governments started passing laws to ban crypto mining? Well, it turned out that the computing power needed to mine crypto in a proof-of-work system is huge. Bitcoin mining alone is estimated to consume 127 terawatt hours a year, more than many entire countries. It takes a lot of electric power to run GPUs, the special chipsets made for high-performance computing. In case you want a digestible explanation of how proof-of-work for crypto works and why it takes so much computing power, I'll link to one of my articles in the description. After the law caught up to crypto and people realized most of it was a scam, the demand for GPUs started falling. But guess what? Those GPUs are now being used for AI. The winner in all this is NVIDIA, who designs the GPUs and whose stock is soaring. The loser is the environment. It's just a matter of time before the environmental impact of AI starts to be a social issue. Now, it's likely that AI will solve the environmental problem by moving to more efficient technologies, just like some crypto has moved from proof of work to staking. In fact, the content pollution problem may ultimately be thornier than the air pollution problem. Let's hope we figure out both. Meanwhile, I'm going back to my Wall Street Journal. Liking and subscribing makes me think more.
Heather thinks about software.